You know what's so weird? I really enjoyed the Grammys this year. Like, the production was everything. I watched the show from beginning to end, and I was entertained. Quite shocking. Very shocking because, you know what? No, last year's ceremony was good as well. For me, I think it was like the 2 to 4 year period where I just did not watch the Grammys. I think me working nights had something to do with it. And then when I came home, I would just catch the clips online or see what everybody's talking about on Twitter. But this is like my second time in my adult years watching the show from beginning to end, and it just reminded me of the Grammys from the early 2000s. I was shockingly impressed, very impressed, but that's not even the main thing that I'm happy about. They won. They won. All three of my queens, they won. Coco Jones, Victoria Monet, and SZA. I said in my Grammy nomination video, I want all three of them to sweep, and they swept. I'm so happy for them. Shout out to Black women. These three Black queens got their Grammys on Black History Month, the first weekend of Black History Month. My heart is just so filled. But we're going to talk about all of that. I'm going to give my review, and then I'm going to discuss the winners. But before we do any of that, theme song. All right, first off, let me just brush through the show. I'm not going to talk about every single detail of the show, but I am going to discuss all the highlights for me. Dua Lipa opened the show. I'm not really familiar with her catalog, but I like her voice and she can sing. And she did a good job. Like, she really did a good job. I was very impressed by her being the show opening. No complaints whatsoever. Shout out to Dua Lipa. I want to give a shout out to MC Lyte. MC Lyte is not only working as the announcer for the BET Awards, not only the announcer for the Super Bowl, but she is also the official announcer for the Grammys. Go ahead, MC Lyte. She literally has the perfect voice to do that voiceover work for any establishment, any award show ceremony. Like, MC Lyte, you better go ahead and collect your check. I'm so proud of MC Lyte. She is just the best, and she is the godmother of hip hop. Trevor Noah hosted the Grammys again. I am a big fan of Trevor Noah. I have no complaints when it comes to him. But I will say with the Grammys, they are really always consistent with the host. Like, when I think of the Grammy Awards host, I think of two people. It's either LL Cool J or Trevor Noah. Like, those are like the two main people that I always see hosting the Grammy Awards. And I don't know. It's like, I kind of want y'all to switch it up, but then at the same time, Trevor does such an amazing job. Why bother? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. So his jokes were funny. He was making jokes as Mel Street came in the building. He was making jokes as Taylor Swift came in the building. Ugh, we will discuss her later, or maybe not, because I don't want to give no energy to her during Black History Month. But one of the highlight jokes for me, Trevor touched on TikTok removing UMG's artist music off the app.
You know what, TikTok? Shame on you for ripping off all of these artists. That's Spotify's job.
And that's the legendary, the iconic, the one and the only Mariah Carey. 19 Billboard Hot 100 #1 hits. She wrote 18 of them. 220 million records sold worldwide. And this woman only has 5 Grammys. 5 Grammys. But Taylor Swift has 17. Anyway, let's discuss Mariah Carey. She came to present the first award of the night, and it was her best pop vocal. So regal, aging backwards. She looks like straight wealth, and I bet she smells amazing. Like, Mariah Carey is just queen. So Mariah Carey presented the first award of the night. It was her best pop vocal performance. The winner was Miley Cyrus. Another highlight performance for me was Luke Combs. He performed with the legendary Tracy Chapman. Beautiful. First of all, Tracy looks good. If you look at her skin, is golden brown, is so smooth, and she just looks amazing. She looks beautiful. What is she eating? I bet if you hug her, she smells like cocoa butter. Luke Combs performed Fast Car, and in case you did not know, he covered that song. The originator was Tracy Chapman, and the fact that he was able to have Tracy Chapman perform with him, because that woman has not performed on stage in years. Like, I don't know when's the last time we seen Tracy Chapman been on stage. Look, she's just been in the house minding her business and collecting her royalties check. So she decided to come out on the Grammys and perform with Luke Combs. It was such a beautiful performance. So shout out to the Grammys for making this moment happen, and shout out to Luke Combs, because taste. The next highlight for me was the very person I wanted to see perform, and that is my queen, my one and only SZA, Solana Rowe, to perform songs off of this iconic, beautiful treasure of an album known as SOS. As SZA entered the stage, she looked like Janet Jackson in the I Get So Lonely video with the hat. She performed Snooze, which is like, Snooze is literally like one of the best R&B songs of this century, I promise you. She performed Snooze, and then it transitioned to Kill Bill, and it was just a whole samurai production and a whole fight scene going on. And to note, one of the samurai ladies, they were on the table that Janelle Monáe was sitting at, and this lady, she was just doing flips and kicks and everything, and I was like, all right, I hope you don't hit nobody, but trained professional, and she did what she needed to do. SZA looked amazing, sound amazing. The mic was on. I mean, I'm not surprised because I went to see her in concert and she put on the show, and she definitely gave the Grammys a quality performance. And I was hyped because this was my first time seeing SZA perform at a major award show since SOS been out. I think the only other major performances she did was when she performed at Saturday Night Live, and that was literally a week or two before the album came out. But love SZA. Absolutely love SZA. Next was Stevie Wonder. He did the memorandum, which was obviously, you know, Stevie Wonder never misses when it comes to performances. But then it transitioned to the one and only Fantasia Barrino. Well, I'm sorry, her last name is Fantasia Taylor now. She's married, but you know, I'm so used to calling her Fantasia Barrino. Fantasia did a tribute to Tina Turner. She performed Proud Mary, tore the stage up. I mean, of course, it's Fantasia, you know, and I'm glad they chose Fantasia because I know a lot of people are just so used to Beyonce performing Proud Mary. Nobody else can do Proud Mary except Beyonce, but Fantasia proved y'all wrong. Like, nah, I know how to put on the show, and putting on the show, she definitely did. Loved the performance. Fantasia sung down. She did the choreography. The spirit of Tina Turner really jumped in Fantasia because she went in. But again, Fantasia always goes in. But she made sure to keep them heels on. She made sure to do that. One of my favorite moments, it was a shot between her and Dua Lipa because Fantasia was like, I need somebody to dance with me. And Dua Lipa, look, she understood the assignment because she was like, all right, come on, Fantasia, let's dance. And dance they did. Shout out to Dua Lipa, great energy. Fantasia performing Proud Mary was such a full circle moment, and I did not realize this until somebody said it on Twitter. Proud Mary was one of the songs that Fantasia auditioned with to American Idol. Now, first she performed Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack, but then the judges was like, can you sing something upbeat because we want to see the energy come out with you. So she performed Proud Mary.
Big wheel keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning, and we rolling.
So the fact that she is at the Grammys 20 years later performing Proud Mary for Tina Turner, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love Fantasia. Next, I want to give a shout out to Travis Scott. He performed a medley of his songs, but in the middle of his performance, he called out the Grammys saying they played him 10 times. Travis Scott has been nominated for 10 Grammy Awards and he has yet to receive one single award. We'll touch on that later on when I talk about the winners and the losers. Another highlight performance for me was Burna Boy. He performed my favorite song from the album, City Boys. I love that song because that song is a sample of Jeremiah, but just the way the producer mixed and mastered it. It was just like, see, this is how you do samples. Love that song because it really woke the crowd up. And then it transitioned to him performing Sin on Top of the World, and he brought out Brandy. What's crazy to me is that was Brandy's first time on the Grammy Awards stage since 1996, where she performed with Whitney Houston and Mary J. Blige and CeCe Winans and the whole cast of the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. It was like, damn, Grammys. Why it took so long for Brandy to return to the stage? Y'all could have had her to do several tributes for several people over the years, but y'all never caught her. So I was very happy to see Brandy perform with Burna Boy on the stage. And then they brought out 21 Savage. It's 21 Savage, whatever. Now let's talk about these awards. I'm going to discuss the rap category, the R&B category. We make sure to discuss the R&B category. And we're going to discuss the general field. First up, I got this nomination right. It was for Best Melodic Rap Performance. The nominees was Burna Boy, Sitting on Top of the World, Attention by Doja Cat, Spin About You, Drake and 21 Savage, Lil Durk and J. Cole, All My Life, Low, SZA, and the winner was Lil Durk and J. Cole. Shout out to my boy J. Cole. That is his second Grammy award. He should have more, but it's okay. All My Life, the best song on this whole list. Like, I'm so happy for Lil Durk. And I don't know if I said it, but I really did enjoy Durk's album last year in 2023. For me, it was Gunna's first, then Durk, then the Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. Those were my top 3 albums of 2023. So I'm happy for Lil Durk, but I'm especially happy for J. Cole. All right, now look, best rap performance, best rap song, and best rap album. All 3 of those Grammys went to Killer Mike. I don't understand why they did not televise the rap category. They did the rap categories in the pre-telecast, and thank God they did, because Killer Mike was there and he did 3 acceptance speech back to back to back. But they really could have televised the best rap album on the main Grammy stage, but they didn't. I know social media was kind of like confused. Mainly it was like the younger generation, Generation Z. They was like, who's Killer Mike and how's he winning Grammys over like 21 Savage and Drake? Look, Killer Mike, I have not listened to this album. I do like Killer Mike. I'm not gonna be like I'm a hardcore fan of Killer Mike, but I'm familiar with his music. But the man's been in the game for like 20 plus years. Obviously, he put out a good rap project. I still have yet to listen to it. I don't know if I'm going to listen to it, but I can't hate on him. Like, well deserved. He's been in the game for 20 years. And I remember saying this in my Grammy nomination video. 2023 for rap music sucked. Y'all didn't bring it. Like, the rappers didn't bring it like they have in the past. I don't know if it's just because the rappers that are out. I don't know if it's because the level of talent has died down, but I'm sorry. Rap was not that interesting in 2023, which is such an oxymoron because last year was the 50th anniversary of hip hop, but all of our hip hop artists, they didn't bring it. So I don't know. So people were upset. I don't care. Shout out to Killer Mike. He deserves those Grammys. Now, what was bothering to me is right after Killer Mike won his Grammys, he was arrested. I have no idea what he was arrested for. TMZ put out a statement, but TMZ is so fickle. I can't trust anything that TMZ says. So until Killer Mike's camp decided to release an official statement, the man got arrested. It's kind of unfortunate that he got arrested after he just had his moment, the moment he's always been waiting for, being acknowledged by his peers in the industry. So he collected his 3 Grammys and then he got arrested during Black History Month. Like, what the hell is going on here? What's really going on here? But yeah, regardless of the arrest, shout out to Killer Mike. Now on to the category that I deeply care about. You guys know if you watch any of my videos. R&B, huge R&B lover. From my understanding, SZA won 3 Grammys, Victoria Monet won 2 or 3 Grammys, and Coco Jones won 1 single Grammy. And I'm happy. But I know Victoria won Best New Artist, and I know SZA won Best R&B Album or Best Progressive R&B. Why am I even doing this? Let's just look at the categories. So for Best R&B Performance, it went to Coco Jones for I See You. She beat out Chris Brown, Robert Glasper, Victoria Monet, and SZA. And I'm happy for that. I See You is such a beautiful song, and I'm especially happy for Coco Jones because, you know, after Disney played her, I keep repeating the story over and over again. Coco Jones was supposed to have a sequel to Let It Shine. She was supposed to have a recording contract, and she was supposed to have a sitcom on Disney Channel, but she did not get neither one of those things. They was just like, thank you for Let It Shine, go off and do your thing. And Coco Jones, she hit rock bottom, but now she's back on top, and now she's a Grammy winning singer. So happy for Coco Jones, so well deserved. Coco Jones, I'm happy for you. I'm extremely happy for you. And that's what's best traditional R&B performance. They didn't televise this. The nominees: Babyface for Simple, Keon Dixon for Lucky, Victoria Monet for Hollywood. Ooh, that should have won. PJ Morton for Good Morning and Love Language by, ooh, damn, that should have won. I love Love Language and I love Hollywood, but they gave it to PJ Morton. I'm not mad. Like, shout out to PJ. You deserve it. I don't know who Susan Carroll is, but they won for Good Morning. I've never heard the song, but I'm happy. Best R&B song. Perfect. Just a perfect. Best R&B song, the category was Holly Bailey for Angel, Back to Love by Robert Glasper, Coco Jones for I See You, Victoria Monet for On My Mama, SZA for Snooze, and the winner was SZA. Shout out to my girl SZA. Of course, Snooze is literally the best song on this category, but I also have to give a shout out to Babyface, and I also have to give a shout out to Leon Thomas because both of them were producers on this record, and they also received Grammys. Snooze, literally, like I said, one of the best R&B songs of this century. I promise you, I put that on everything. They snapped when it came to Snooze. Next category was Best Progressive R&B Album. The nominees was Since I Have a Lover by Black, The Love Album by Diddy. Diddy. Hilarious. Terrence Martin, Nova, The Age of Pleasure, Janelle Monáe, and SOS by SZA. Congratulations to SZA. Now, they actually televised her acceptance speech, and they had her best friend, her industry friend, Lizzo, come out to present the award, and seeing them hug and embrace on stage was so beautiful, and I love SZA's acceptance speech. Just so... I'm just so happy. I'm just glad SZA was able to have her own moment, because the very first Grammy that she won, it was with Doja Cat, and it was for that song that sounds like Say So. What is it called? Kiss It More. And, you know, SZA didn't really have an opportunity to speak like that because it wasn't really her song. She was a feature artist. But with this is her album, and she's winning a Grammy for her own music. And so the moment was for her to be celebrated. So I'm very happy for SZA. This album, it's just a masterpiece. Like, you just gotta love SOS. Like, y'all already know how I feel about SOS. Digital copy of the album, physical copy of the album, seen her in concert, streamed the album a good 2,000, 3,000 times. This album is just such a masterpiece. Love it. The next category was Best R&B Album. The nominees were Babyface for Girls Night Out, Coco Jones, What I Didn't Tell You, Emily King, Special Occasion, Victoria Monet, Jaguar 2, Summer Walker, Clear 2, Soft Life EP. The winner went to Victoria Monet for Jaguar 2. Let me tell you something. The transition for Alone from How Does It Feel to On My Mama, if you listen to the whole album and listen to how those two songs just flow into each other, that deserved the Grammy Award. The transition of this album was just so beautiful. Every song flowed into each other just seamlessly. Victoria did an amazing job with Jaguar 2. I have to make sure I order a physical copy of Jaguar 2. I've been streaming it, but I just need to make sure I get a physical copy because I need artists to be compensated properly for their music. I don't know how many records Victoria Monet sold, but I want Jaguar 2 to be platinum by the end of 2024. So very happy for Victoria Monet. glad she received this Grammy, and I'm also glad she received the Grammy for Best New Artist. I mean, I was going to read out the category, but she won for Best New Artist. Very well deserved. She's been a songwriter and a background singer for so long. Her acceptance speech was absolutely beautiful. And I'm also glad she was able to have her moment as well. She did a whole acceptance speech and everything. Congratulations to Victoria Monet. All right, and real quick, I also want to give a shout out to SZA again. I'm glad she won for this category. Best Pop Duo and Group Performance. And her and Phoebe Bridgers, they won for Ghost and Machine. I love that song. That song is just gorgeous. Like, it's really a gorgeous song. And I made the mistake of listening to that song and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, that song was in my head for like an entire week straight. Like, the melodies, oh my God. Like, Ghost and Machine is like one of the best songs on SOS. So I'm very happy that it received the Grammy Award. Congratulations to SZA. Now, to the general fields, I already said that Victoria Monet won for Best New Artist. Well deserved. And that is a special award because you can only win Best New Artist once. And Victoria Monet, she won it. So I'm very happy for her. I'm just looking to see if anybody black or is anybody else that I like. Billie Eilish won for Song of the Year for that Barbie song. Record of the Year, Miley Cyrus won for Flowers. I'm not really a big fan of Miley Cyrus, but congratulations to her. Album of the Year. Okay, let's talk about Album of the Year. First of all, let me give a shout out to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Going forward, the only way that you're going to have Beyonce and Jay-Z attend an award ceremony is if they're being honored. The last time Beyonce and Jay-Z was at the NAACP Awards is because Jay-Z won the Presidential Award. The last time Beyonce gave an acceptance speech at the BET Awards is because Beyonce won a Humanitarian Award. This year, Jay-Z won a Global Impact Award presented by Dr. Dre. So Beyonce and Jay-Z were in the audience. I didn't think they were going to attend because, again, Beyonce and Jay-Z, they haven't released any new music. What they coming to the Grammys for? But they were there because Jay-Z was receiving a honorary award. Now, I'm going to play a snippet of Jay-Z's speech. It's going to be the audio. I can't play the video because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. But take a listen to what Jay-Z says.
We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right. At least get it close to right. And obviously it's subjective. Y'all don't got to clap at everything. Obviously it's subjective because, you know, it's music and it's opinion based. But, you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know. Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
They always promote the Album of the Year to be the biggest award of the night. They always have a legend come out and award somebody the Album of the Year category. It is considered to be a big award, but they have never given a black woman artist this award since Lauryn Hill, and that was in 1999 for the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Mary J. Blige, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, Beyonce Knowles, none of them have won this award. Why? They've all put out masterpieces of music, very well qualified to be Album of the Year. What's up? So with Jay-Z saying, how are you going to celebrate Beyonce being the single artist to have the most Grammy Awards, but y'all never gave her Album of the Year? She keeps losing this award to white artists. She lost to Taylor Swift, she lost to Beck, she lost to Adele, and then she lost to Harry Styles. So y'all have her here, keep hyping up the fact that she's the most awarded Grammy artist ever, but y'all never given her the biggest award of the night, which was Album of the Year. Very interesting. So I said all that to say, album of the year this year, I wanted SZA to win this award. Critically acclaimed. It went platinum, I believe double platinum. Tour, sold out. Everybody loved SZA, playing everywhere. In my mind, I thought SZA was going to win album of the year. All the qualifications to win this award. They gave it to Taylor Swift. I don't know what a black woman has to do to win album of the year again, but if we're just going to keep giving the award to Taylor Swift and they just hyped it up like, yes, this is the 4th time Taylor Swift have won this award. I don't know what it is about this industry trying to hype up Taylor Swift, because they think that because we don't like Taylor Swift is anti-white. No. Let's get something straight. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for all black people. I grew up on Christina Aguilera. I grew up on Britney Spears. I grew up on Pink. Teenage years, Katy Perry, Adele, Paramore. I appreciate the white girls that can sing, the white girls that give us artistry, the white girls that are doing quality pop music. I don't know what it is about Taylor Swift, but the people that I've named compared to her, I don't see what y'all see with Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. The music is extremely mediocre. I keep trying to give her these accolades. Y'all keep trying to put it out there that she's better than Beyonce. Y'all keep comparing this white girl to Beyonce, and I'm just trying to understand how and why. Comparing Beyonce to anybody is just absolutely ignorant. Like, you don't compare Beyonce to anybody. And I'm not a big old Beehive stan, but let's be clear. Beyonce is 20 steps ahead of Taylor Swift in terms of talent. So the media keeps trying to promote this girl that she's Beyonce's equivalent. She is not Beyonce's equivalent, nor will she ever be. And again, I don't know what's up with everybody trying to be team Taylor Swift. For what? I'm just for what? Like, I don't get the hype. I don't get what y'all see in terms of Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, I don't. Taylor Swift winning album of the year, whatever. Just absolutely whatever. It was nothing to be celebrated. Now, what pissed me off? The award for album of the year was presented by the one, the only, the legendary Celine Dion. Quick sidebar, I love the fact that all of our favorite 90s artists came out. We had Christina Aguilera, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, and Celine Dion. Shout out to our 90s divas. Gotta love them. And the fact that a few of them are still making music to this day, and they still look young as hell to this day. Shout out to Celine Dion. Shout out to Mariah. Shout out to Christina. Shout out to Beyonce. Back to Celine. So Celine Dion, she presented the award to Taylor Swift. When Taylor Swift got on that stage, she didn't say thank you to Celine Dion. She didn't acknowledge Celine Dion. She didn't hug her. She didn't do anything. She literally took the award out of Celine Dion's hand and proceeded on with her speech. So people are online, the Swifties, are trying to be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. She took a picture backstage with Celine Dion. Or maybe she was just caught up in the moment. She was really, really excited. This, and the third. Shut up. You don't disrespect a legend. And what you did to Celine Dion by not acknowledging her, by not even saying her name, by not giving her a hug, by not giving her a handshake, you just grabbing the award and just acting like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. What the hell you shocked about, girl? You done won this award 3 other times. You probably knew that you was gonna win this award. Shut up. Acting like you so damn surprised. Like, Taylor Swift is not about to rile me up during Black History Month. I'm gonna say this. Taylor Swift, let's move on. I was very satisfied with the Grammys this year, and can I say, I love the fact that Ice Spice did not win one single award, and I also love the fact that Coi Leray did not win one single award, because why were they even nominated? Shout out to the 2024 Grammys. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys for making it all the way to the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The links are in the description box below, and I will see you on the next episode.